CNN journalists Krystle and Harry Enton recently wrote an article titled "The Definitive Ranking of 2020 Democrats," where they ranked the top 10 people they believed had the best chance of winning the primary if the 2020 primary was today. So they placed Joe Biden at number 1, Elizabeth Warren at number 2, Kamala Harris 3, Kristen Gillibrand at 4, and finally at number 5 is where they ranked Bernie Sanders. So let's go through what they said as their explanation and then we'll discuss. Sanders is one of the most beloved politicians within the Democratic Party, even though he's not technically a Democrat. With strong favorable ratings, he is a proven vote-getter in presidential primaries, earning 43% of the 2016 Democratic primary vote. And in a party that is shifting left, Sanders was left before it was cool. So why is Sanders not higher? He's a white male, and Democrats may be looking to turn the page from 2016. Do Democrats really want another primary in which they have to argue about whether one of the major candidates is actually a Democrat or an independent? Let me just say to any establishment people who might watch this, only the establishment cares about Bernie not being a Democrat. Normal people don't care about what you decide to call yourself, if you call yourself independent or Democrat, as long as they're actually fighting for policies that will improve people's lives. The other reason they give why Sanders is so low on the list is because he's a white male. Okay, so let's look at number 1, the reasons why they made Joe Biden, another white male, first on the list. So they say, the former vice president may not seem like the perfect fit for this moment in the Democratic Party. He's older, 75, white, male, and has been in electoral politics for more than 4 decades. And yet, Biden has something that no other candidate in the field has. First, he's on top of early polls gauging the 2020 field. He's leading in national polls, early primary states polls, and in a matchup against Trump. That's no guarantee Biden wins the nomination, but if history holds, it's an indicator that he'll be right there until the end. So they use the polling as the reason why they placed Joe Biden first, but in using that logic, then Bernie Sanders should be second, because Bernie Sanders has also either been leading in the polls or right behind Joe Biden. This holds true for national polling as well as state polling. Krystle and Harry Enton went on CNN to discuss further their article. So says the argument for Bernie Sanders is that he's been there the longest. That's not the argument for Bernie Sanders. I don't know if you're not sure about this, but the reason why he became and has been the most popular politician in the country is because of his platform and his policies that he ran on and continues to fight for. The reason why he was able to close the 60-point lead that Hillary Clinton had in 2016 was because of his platform and because of his policies that he was running on. No one knew who Bernie Sanders was before then. They say the reason why Kristen Gillibrand, Kamala Harris, and Elizabeth Warren are on the top 5 is because they're part of the Bernie Sanders wing of the party. But then you put Bernie behind them, which makes no sense since none of them come close to Bernie in the polls. If he's polling around the same as Joe Biden, then wouldn't he be before the Bernie-like candidates? He says that they're all trying to go farther left than each other, but that's just wrong. It's so disingenuous to act like there isn't one clear person out of that bunch who has been fighting for the same progressive issues for decades, who ran on a progressive platform in 2016 to close a 60-point lead held by Hillary Clinton, who had no name recognition, who's the most popular politician in the country, and whose policies are being adopted by other people in Congress. So in case you were still wondering if CNN was biased towards corporate establishment Democrats and against Bernie, then this should give you your answer.